everybody. This is Catrice Bailey from When Models Talk. You are now listening to part two with Antoine
So getting
Johnson.
into business and
Hmm.
being a black owner. Well, no matter no, because I said we're going to talk about Spotlight Under the L.
Okay,
So
I'm here
what
for
made
it.
you create that show? And it was done in
Um,
Philly.
yeah, we shot it in Philadelphia. We shot it in Kensington. We
Mm-hmm.
was in the hood, and we there's this thing in my head, right? That
Mm-hmm.
um, I like to see people succeed and to show their talent. And I
Mm-hmm.
think there are a lot of singing shows, a lot of singing competition shows, The
Yeah.
Voice, American Idol, The Masked Singer, all those things. I think that they're great shows.
Mm-hmm.
But what I miss is like real singing, one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
two, the original music.
Mm-hmm.
No one's willing to take a risk on an original song for television because no one knows it, etc. I was willing to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
for several reasons. One, because I want to see people their talent. And so you have to
Yeah.
come to the show prepared. Your own hair, makeup, your own performance, your own bands, your own arrangements, all those things. I think that was the most important thing. And so the other thing is I don't want to pay for copyrights of someone else's song. So if you want
I
to sing a
feel
Beyonce song, sing a Beyonce song at home, not on
yeah.
my TV show, because I'm not paying for you to sing someone else's music, you know? But on the business side of that, we get an opportunity to put their original song on television. And
Mm-hmm.
because they come through the platform, we can monetize and then give them a percentage of that. And if their song is registered BMI, then because
Mm-hmm.
it was on TV, they get paid for that TV play as well.
Oh,
So they can monetize their
awesome.
song. So it's really just teaching them how to take their music and turn it into a business and then be able to
Yeah.
say, as seen on
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight is L Fox 29, because now you
Mm-hmm.
can put that on, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a lot of people took advantage of that. Some people didn't take advantage of that, but it is what it is. The winner got a distribution deal through Sony Orchard, so that worked out really well. And this was the second season that was on TV. The first season, we did go the route of people doing covers and
Mm-hmm.
montages, but that was
Mm-hmm.
because it was on Daily Motion, which is a streaming platform. You can do
Okay.
that without paying for rights, but when you're on TV, you have to pay for the rights of those songs. So it was like original music, bring your
Yeah.
own band, bring your own backup dancers. We're just gonna record you doing your thing, chop it up, and that was it. So I loved it. I
Ah.
loved it.
That's a smart way of doing business, though.
Yeah.
You have
Heck
like the
yeah.
you have this I like. First of all, y'all, I was talking to him and asked him all these questions about business. And when I say my brain started, that little emoji where it's like boom. That's what my brain did. It was like, okay, I can't write fast enough. Like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I gotta take this all in.
Yeah.
Because it was so much information, but it was good information. He really teaches you how to monetize. He knows so much about monetizing your business as a model, just everything. I was just
Hmm.
like, okay, don't watch nothing else, Catrice, after this. Just go to sleep. My brain was full. It was a wreck,
Oh,
but it was good information. So with the show, are you going to do a season 3?
we are. It's hard to do a show like that without a venue, and because
Mm-hmm.
of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
we can't have that, because if it's a full band, that's like 4 or 5 people, and
Mm-hmm.
having them 6 feet apart is very, very difficult. And then having judges
Yeah.
on the other side is even more difficult. Plus lighting, camera,
Mm-hmm.
everyone wearing a mask. It's like it's a lot of those variables for that makes it very, very
Yeah.
difficult. With the Kiki show, you can have people separated because they're performing and they're on the stage, they're on the floor by themselves. So like
Okay.
we can just do a shot with them on the floor and then cut into side shots. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much
Yeah.
easier. But for the performance, we need the full band. You can't play each instrument one at a time, and then it just looks dead and empty. So once COVID's over, yeah, we're going back to
Yeah.
that.
So would you do stuff that's going to be more outside or just all indoor stuff?
I like the idea of everything that I do. I like the idea of being inside and
Mm-hmm.
like that underground
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
feel. Like, you feel like you're there with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you see so much glamorous television, it's like not real to me. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I want you to feel it.
Like you want something raw, something real at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's like the best thing though that comes out of, because you see the creativity, you see the realness of not just the person, but also the whole production.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
this
taking you
wasn't
to the
something that was fake or staged. It's
I'm taking you to the
actually,
kitchen with me. Hold on.
yeah, because we all know you can cook.
Oh yes, I can.
Yo, if you went on his page and you see him cook, he cooked some ribs, he cooked some baked macaroni and cheese. He made he made so many things that I was just like, my mouth started watering. I wasn't even in the kitchen. I just saw it on Instagram. It was something old that he did.
Look at my
When I
closet.
say this
All
man
this
can
food.
cook, yes, I need a plate. I need a plate of food.
I got you.
So are you cooking for Thanksgiving?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna have a turkey and what else? Turkey, macaroni and cheese. Let's see what else. I might do collard greens. I haven't done that in a long
Okay.
time.
You
Yeah.
gonna
Is
make?
that? Wait,
Are
can
you
you
gonna
do
make some
collard
ham?
greens? Isn't ham for Christmas?
No.
Uh,
That's a Thanksgiving.
I thought ham was just for Christmas.
No, Thanksgiving. Now, that's my specialty, yams.
Oh, yams. I just said ham. I was like,
No,
um,
but ham
yeah,
is something.
I like yams. Yeah, brown sugar, cinnamon, honey. Yeah, I'm here for that.
I don't put all that in mine.
Oh, God. Well, what kind of yams you be making?
Okay, so mine be popping. Everybody loves my yams. There has not been one person. I get requests to make a pan for people. People it's not even Christmas or Thanksgiving. It be people's birthdays. They be like, you making yams. And I'm
Yes.
like, because I make them with love. You got to give the love in your food.
Mm,
So,
this is love. Burner's Ginger Ale is from Detroit. Oh my God. We have it shipped to the house every 2 weeks.
I can't with you.
It's the only ginger ale that I will ever drink now for the rest of my life. Shit's so good.
Well, I guess I would have to go to Detroit.
No, those what you call, they ship it to you. You got it sent to you no, you get it sent to you in the mail every 2 weeks. Once I find something that's good, I don't care where it's at and how much it costs, we getting it.
I know that's right. All right,
It's so damn dark in here.
That's because there you go. It's a little bit lighter now.
Let's see.
So getting into, so when will you see the spot? When will Spotlight? Will it be coming back? Spotlight.
Yeah, it'll definitely be coming back because it produced such great stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It really helped people in their career. A lot of people got their song out there. It's original music. Listen, I found those people were talented. Like the one girl, I listen to her music all the time now, I'm just like,
is it the one with the braids?
Yes.
When I heard her,
remember you told me. I'm just,
loved it.
and she was 7 months pregnant on the show.
Yeah, I went to her Instagram page because I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I need to see if she sung anything else. But then
she can sing. Yeah, she can sing.
Was everybody from Philly?
Everyone was from the Philadelphia. The guy who won is from Allentown.
Okay.
One person was from Camden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a girl.
Yes. She had curly hair. And the one guy was from Baltimore. He's Baltimore police officer.
Yeah.
He's like old
too.
he's like old school R&B. Yes.
School.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was happy, I was very, very happy.
And I saw that the one girl, she had like a different color hair. I think she might have had dreads in her hair. I'm not sure, but they were short. And it's like her name is like not happy all the time or
Fantastic Noise.
Bam.
Oh, that girl can sing her ass off.
And I saw that she was on the Q show.
Yes, Fran can sing. Baby
Yes.
girl, baby girl got vocals, pipes. Like she one of those. She's one of those girls that if you ever went to church on a Sunday, you want her to sing when you get saved. Baby girl can
Yes.
sing her ass off. Yes.
So how did you do, like, how will you be doing the casting for that? How did y'all do that process?
So the first season I handpicked everybody because I wanted to have really good, strong, whatever. This season was like we went out, we found someone who's a good casting director, say, hey, listen, this is what we're looking for. This is the criteria, you know, round up people that you think would be great television. And they did, you know, and they did a good job. You know, I think the season 3, we're going to require that everyone has their own band and plays their own music.
Okay.
No tracks at all.
Okay.
Some people had a track, but you know, about the business part of it, you know, if you have a track on it and you don't own the music and you're only licensing the music, it's gonna have the DJ's drop on it.
Yeah.
The hell do I want a DJ drop on there for? You know what I mean? So like now you have to own the music. I think the contract that you had to own the music then too, but yes, yeah. Now no DJ drops, none of that stuff. It just has to be yours. And it has 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like anything after that, you know, because we let them do the whole song, you know, but not anymore. 2:30, that's it.
Okay. What? Well, I don't know nothing about music, so I don't know how long that would be. Because that's a long period of time or a short period of time.
Yeah, you should be able to get through the first verse, a hook, and close it up. I mean, that's simple, you know. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
4 minutes is a lot. So
that's what it was before, 4 minutes?
Yeah, they got to do their whole entire song. And I was like, too much.
Okay, so getting into Black-owned businesses. Now, we all know that today everyone's like, because Black Lives Matter, that so many people are saying, buy Black, you know, everything has to be like, put more of your money in Black-owned businesses. So as far as being a Black owner of a business, how has COVID affected your business? Pros and cons.
I'm not sure that there are any pros, but it's for me, it's one of the situations where because the nature of my business is helping other people's business grow via either, whether it's getting them on TV, putting together their marketing strategy and all that stuff. If they're not working, then I'm not working. So like the trickle down effect is so-and-so's restaurant is closed. Like for example, tomorrow's the eve before Thanksgiving, right? Restaurants in the state of Pennsylvania cannot serve alcohol tomorrow. Well, we all know that Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the biggest drinking day of the year. That's what sustains business. So they can't do it. It's the law because of COVID. So because of that, it's hard to get that person on television or promote their Thanksgiving Eve event because they can't have one. You know, so you got to do the best you can. Or like, for example, the gyms are closed. You know, we got a gym client who was prepared to open up his new gym December 10th, but now he can't do it. But fortunately, he's a smart person. He's like, I'll just do it on Zoom. So now he's offering the same workouts that he would do on Zoom. And you just go to the Eventbrite page, look up Yard Out. You'll get 12 classes for $100, which is, it's a 40-minute workout. It kicks your ass because I'm still shaking from it. And it's a Black-owned business, but it's quality. You know what I mean? And I think, and look, he's also was in the Philadelphia Sunday Sun this week. He'll be on the Inquirer this week because he's really making his business succeed through a pandemic. Do you know what I mean? Most people are closing their doors, and when they close the doors, I don't have a job. You know what I mean? So it's kind of difficult. So that's what I'm saying. Like doing the TV show was a blessing because it gave me something to do during COVID. But financially, it hurt until we start to recoup some of that money from Amazon. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
there's a whole story behind the Kiki show, a whole story, a whole shitty ass story. But the product is great, and
Mhm.
you know, I said, you know, we were talking before. Um, Again, I'll be 40. It took me
Mhm.
39 years, real rap, 39 years for me to successfully work with Black people and complete a project. And that was the
Mhm.
Kiki show. ABC Productions,
Mhm.
Ashley, Cola, and Bianca. Well, let me say
Mhm.
it in order. Ashley, Bianca, and Cola, if ABC
Mhm.
Productions. Those three girls, they're from Trenton, New Jersey. Shout out to Trenton girls.
Hey.
They actually came in 2 weeks before the project was supposed to be finished and completed,
Mhm.
and helped me get through all of this. And that was the
Mhm.
first time in 39 years that I've worked with Black people
Mhm.
successfully and finished a project.
Mhm. So why, like, why is that such a challenge to work with people of your same, you know, that are Black in a Black community, Black owned businesses? Why is that a challenge?
Look,
Now, one thing that, you know, stands out to me when somebody had a conversation and they said, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying how you want us to purchase Black owned products from Black owned businesses, you know, stuff like that. But presentation is important, quality is important.
mm-hmm,
How you put things together. You know, when you're having an event, that event needs to be nice. Just like I was telling you before in our pre-conversation.
mm-hmm,
When I think of an event, I'm thinking of this extravagant event, like, because I've been to events in modeling, and um, it's a different race that's throwing it. So the plate is just flowers everywhere. It's beautiful. It's lights. It's like the most elegant place you've ever seen. And that's what I think of when I'm going somewhere, when I'm doing somewhere, when somebody's inviting me to something or saying something, they're like, that's the first thing that goes to my head. I think big. I think
mm-hmm,
about that. So when I get to a place and it's like, it's not that, I'm like, oh, well, where you got me
mm-hmm.
going? Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I just think that you have a culture. You know what I mean? There's a difference. You know what I mean? I think that some people who have never been outside of their hometown. I mean, I know people that live in Philadelphia that lived in West, have never been to North, or never been to Center City. You know what I mean? Some people just don't leave their bubble, and so they don't know any better. There are a lot of Black people that I know that have never had wine before, don't know anything about wine. Shit, the grapes come from Africa, but like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, just some of those simple things that, because we've been exposed to other things, just think about what your life would be if you were not a model, you never did fashion. You know what I mean? Like, where would you be? Like, would you know anything else?
If I wasn't exposed to more, I think growing up also, I think I would still be in Camden, New Jersey, still
Mhm.
be in poverty, wouldn't really think of a huge income, would really think very small and not really want to think bigger, to be honest.
Right.
I'm just being honest. That
Yeah,
would have
but I think that is a lot of people, you know,
been.
in some of these areas, they don't get an opportunity to explore anything, you know, like, you know, growing up at some point in our life, my brothers and I, we never had almost everything we wanted, you know what I mean? We had to work for stuff, you know, getting good grades was how we got Christmas and we got all those things, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like, with a single mom at some points, we couldn't get everything we wanted. She worked hard, she tried her
Mm-hmm.
best, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but we had activities. The library was free. The museums, you got, you know what I mean? Like, you could always do those cultural things
Yeah.
to make your kids, you know,
Yeah.
lives more rounded. And I think we don't do that enough. Like, going to
I
the
agree.
zoo is a good thing. Going to the museum when there is, you know, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Some people don't have the culture. But in terms of the quality, yeah, if the quality sucks, I'm not buying it. I don't care if it's black, white. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I'm a big T-shirt person. I love T-shirts. Like, I will buy black owned T-shirts, stuff like that. But I want a shirt that's like good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know,
Yeah.
um, that's just how I feel. Like, you know, Aloysius McElwain. He's
A lawyer?
Yeah, Charisma's brother. Culture's Clothing.
No.
So
No.
he's an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love his artwork. And so he did a promo with Champion, like
Uh-huh.
the brand Champion, and they had it at the, why do I feel like it's the Diesel store on Walnut Street? I
Mm-hmm.
walked right in there and like, I want this Champion T-shirt. My boy did this. Like I will, I love stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that makes me feel good that this black man created
Mm-hmm.
his artwork with a brand like Champion. They're selling it in the Diesel store,
Mm-hmm.
and I know him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that makes me feel good.
Yes.
It wasn't like he got a bunch of T-shirts from such and such.com. They got shipped to his house, and then he took an iron. He just like that's not. I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy that. You know what I mean? I don't care how black you are. I don't care how white you are. It's just that I'm not gonna buy it. Um,
You have a preference of what you like and what you don't like.
yeah, it's just a standard. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna just, you know, I don't buy anything if I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I
Yeah.
am. I'd rather say here's $20 to put you closer to your dream than for me to
Yeah.
buy this because I'm gonna just never use it. And that's insulting when you can use that as a way to revamp what it is you're gonna do. I feel
Yeah.
like black people don't want to work together.
I, how can I phrase this?
Just
I
shout it
don't
out.
know. I don't know. I, I, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I feel like if I'm going to do something with you and my name is going to be on it, it has
Hmm.
to be on point. We can't half it. We can't pretend or like it has to be on point. So we have to have the same mindset in the sense of where we're going, our same goals in the image. And if maybe if I'm not, the best at it, but you are, then we come to that agreement like, okay, well, this is your lane and I know you know how to do this. It's like with a photo shoot. If I'm doing a photo with someone and that person happens to be black and I've seen their work. Now, my job as the model is to make sure that I know my angles and I know how to move and I know what I'm doing in front of the camera. Her
Hmm.
job or his job responsibility is to make sure they taking the pictures and have the correct lighting and certain things.
Hmm.
I'm gonna stay in my lane. You get your stuff done. I'm gonna get mine done.
Right.
But in the beginning, that's gonna be the agreement. Okay, well, if I'm a model, but I might not know certain things, help me with that. But I feel like sometimes when I'm asked to do stuff when it comes to a black-owned business, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't want to do it. Nah,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, if it says a shirt on there, if you want me to wear a shirt during my lives, but the shirt does not represent what I stand for, does not, I don't agree with it, I'm not wearing that shirt.
Right.
It's not, and if it look a mess, I'm not wearing that shirt.
Right.
So I've seen, like, I have a friend of mine, well, my sister's man. He has a line, and it's called Cool Color Kit, and his quality is great. I've tried it on. I've had his hat, like he has hats, he has all kinds of stuff. His line is amazing. He gets quality stuff. He does not.
Hmm.
He's not in the house with the presser, the iron, and all that.
Right.
He actually get it done professionally. So that's something I would actually spend money on to get, not getting something that doesn't look like great quality.
Does he have baseball caps like this or?
Yep.
Oh, so you got to send me a link.
I'll send you a link. It's all his stuff is on point from top to bottom.
I love that.
And plus, my sister, she be like, no, baby, no, not that one. What we say? Behind every wonderful black man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So, because I don't want to hold you too long. So, getting into, because we already way past our time.
Oh, it's fine. I'm here for it.
So, what are some challenges? What are some things you feel like we need to improve as a black-owned businesses?
Oh.
Talking about that. What are some improvements?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be honest about it. I think that we need to be open to working together
Mm-hmm.
and trusting one another.
Trust
Um,
is key.
is the
That's
biggest it's
it.
the biggest key, you know? Like it's not about you make, I make, because 50% of nothing is still nothing. So if we don't get it done, we're not gonna make anything. And I
Mm-hmm.
think so many Black people are jaded and mistrusting of each other that
Mm-hmm.
it never gets to the point where work actually gets done.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like there needs to be a sense of, and I know this is going to sound really harsh, but this is just from my experience. There needs to be a sense of, again, I trust you. You know,
Yeah.
if I say, if I say to Catrice, you know what, you would do better if you dyed your hair green and you had glitter, then you would, you know, be the next YouTube star, right? If I said that to you, and
Okay.
then you didn't do it, right?
Uh-huh.
But then 2 weeks later, somebody that doesn't look like me says, you know what? If you dyed your hair green and did some glitter, you might actually, you know, you might actually be the next YouTube star.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you go and do it. And I'm like, oh, she listened. But it wasn't me. It was someone that didn't look like me. But you trusted them
Yeah.
because they don't look like me. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when I told you, it's like, what does he know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we don't trust our own and we don't believe in our own when someone's telling you like a viable option to do
Mm-hmm.
better and to be successful. I think that's a big
Mm-hmm.
problem. You know, I just started working with Black folks 2 years ago. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
it has been a very difficult road. You know, and I've always worked with them, but I mean like really working with them and their brands because I
Mm-hmm.
see so much greatness and so much potential. Um, they just don't believe in their product as much as I do, and I can never believe in it more than they
Yeah.
do.
Absolutely. And you know what? I feel like it's like this too when you're when, when you're doing something. It could be credibility too. They might
Mm-hmm.
not feel like you you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't got no t-shirt line. You don't got no you don't got this, you don't got that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm telling you something, obviously I know something about that particular thing. One
Mm-hmm.
thing I'm learning even now in today's time, when somebody tells me to do something, depending on what it is,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're telling me to go out and be a stripper, that ain't gonna happen. But if you're
But
telling
you
me to
be
do something,
rich.
I would not. Yes, P Valley, P Valley.
Yeah.
But yes, now when it comes to like one, for example, Shelly Shell told me to when I started this, she texted me and she was like, okay, because we just be talking. So she was like, okay, can you she was like, do you have it on the podcast? And I was like, no, a podcast. What you talking about? And on YouTube. And she was like, put it on there. I immediately did it because number one, I trust her in
Mm-hmm.
her opinion of what she's telling me to do. She's been in the game for a very long time. So at the end of the day, she knows what she's doing. And if she's giving me that information, I'm going to definitely do it.
And
And
she's
now,
good people.
exactly. Shelly is definitely a person that I honestly can say I trust. I trust her in the sense of when she's giving me advice and just anything. Like I know she's not gonna sit there and try to, harm my career or harm me in any way. It's a
Mm-hmm.
huge thing when it comes to trust. But also when somebody's telling you to do something, if it's that simple as dyeing your hair and you know you want to be a star, just dye it. What's the worst gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen? You gonna switch it back up? You gonna put it
Right.
back? Like just
Yeah.
try it and see what happens. It depends on what they're saying. But they're giving you credible advice and they've been there for like if you told me, okay, Catrice, this is how this works. You need to do this, and that. I'm like, all right, let me write that down. And then I'm gonna take each step to getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously you've been around long enough to know. And I've seen the stuff that you're doing. So why not?
You know the biggest problem that I have. This is gonna sound so weird. But the biggest problem I have with working with Black people
Mm-hmm.
is they don't trust me because I don't sound like them.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't sound like them. I have white speak.
You say I white? You say I white?
Mm-hmm.
Too
Mm-hmm.
proper?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't. I don't get that.
I get it all the time. Like what would
So I
like
don't
what do I
understand.
know, like what do I know about rap or hip hop or any of
Okay,
that stuff? And it's like actually the conversation that I will have with X, Y, and Z is what will get you through the door,
yeah.
because they don't want someone that's gonna be walking up in there like, yo, they did it. That's what they don't want. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually the bridge to get you what you want. But
Yeah.
it you just yeah.
Look, y'all. He got his stuff on Fox 29. He got he got his stuff. Look, I can write down all the connections. I wrote them down.
Yeah. But
That's just Trump.
I'm just so used to like one of those things that's never been black enough. I'm just
Mm.
but people don't know my story, so I don't honestly don't care, you know, like
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm so
I get
used to
that
it.
sometimes
Yeah.
where people like, oh, you're from Camden? I didn't know you're from Camden. Well, what does Camden sound like? What the,
Mm-hmm.
you thought I was good? I grew up in the suburbs?
Yeah.
That's what you thought?
That's yeah, and that has always been like, you know, one of those things. And
Mm-hmm.
I know it well. And I know that there's a study that was done that shows that the average viewer doesn't care if it's a celebrity or not. They care about the message and the story behind that person. And
Mm-hmm.
once you capture them with that, you can then sell them your product. It is that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care that you can sing. I don't care that you're beautiful. I don't care about any of that stuff. What I want to know is, are you a real person?
Yep.
And like, because then I can realize, when I can say to myself, okay, I like her because she's honest, she's a real person. And I
Mm-hmm.
now know when she sings that song where that pain comes
Mm-hmm.
from.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People don't get that. It's always about what's on the outside. And that's what black people do a lot. They stunt, they pretend that they have cars and houses and all that shit, but yet they really taking SEPTA and really ain't got shit. And but they're on, you know what I mean, on the gram.
Yes.
It's part of
Yep.
what I call it, hood famous. Hood famous, and you're the only person that you're famous to.
Look, trust me. That's why. And you know what? I agree with that because even when I'm doing my lives, I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care what's going on. I want to know. That's why I always do a pre-interview in per se, because I want to know what was that. How did you get to that point? Who are you as a
Mm-hmm.
person? You know, would I be like, oh, we gotta go out to lunch? You know, that I need to feel that person, understand who they are, where they're coming from, what's the history behind how they got to this point. Did you have trauma? Did you have different things that go on into your life? Why did you write
Mm-hmm.
that book?
Yeah.
Like, how did it come to this point? I need that information because I need it to be a very organic conversation.
Conversation. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
So,
I just started, I mean, I'm quite sure that I could have my Instagram at like huge numbers if I just took the right photo, put more videos up of myself and my doll. Like, you know, it's just, I feel like it's private. I mean, I actually do better on my cooking stuff on my Instagram than my other stuff because people like to see me cook. Like, you know what I mean?
yes.
Like, I could do that and have like an Instagram that's like a chef, but it's not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, it's so weird how working with people who look like me has been such a challenge. And I have like great tools to help their businesses, but they don't want to take advantage of it. It's
Mm.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that that's crazy to me. But I think it's also having to do with someone who already has like their idea of what they think is correct. So for example, if I have a show, like say if I'm doing Win Miles Talk, first of all, come next year, it's not gonna be the same.
Hmm.
I feel like you have to revamp yourself, change it up, switch it up a little bit. And
Absolutely.
so but say if I'm the type of person where I'm like, no, I think it's perfect. I think it's, the way it's with this too.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be like that, and that's how it's going to stay. Instead of actually taking the advice of someone who knows about film, knows about TV, knows about different things, that's saying, this is how you can succeed. Just do what I told you to do.
Hmm.
But it's an ego thing too, where it's like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Okay, he did all that. Okay, but no,
Yeah.
it's an ego thing. People need to realize that sometimes you need help. Sometimes somebody sees something that
You don't
you
see.
ain't seeing.
Yeah. I mean, because most people don't look at what they do from a consumer standpoint. Everything
Mm-hmm.
you do has to be what the consumer sees. It, like, for example, one thing I saw you do like 7 minutes ago, because it's in my head, you put the lip gloss on. You know what? That was monetizing because that lip gloss could have been from a client, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Product. And you
the
put it
label
on,
rubbed off.
right, exactly. If you're not paying me, I'm not putting the label out there. But that could have been one of those things where it's like, oh, I can do this, and you show the label. Now someone knows what product you're using. People
Mm-hmm.
pop up in your comments here. Oh, what was that? What lip gloss was that? Oh, that was from such and such and such and such. You now monetize that lip gloss. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
those kind of things people don't take advantage of because they don't know about that. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I do. I look at all the things that people do, their natural behaviors, and go, you could have made money off of that. You can make money off of that because that's just what my brain processes. Again,
Mm-hmm.
that's my superpower. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm like, okay, that's the type of superpower I need. How I can monetize off of things. Because
yeah,
I think I don't know everybody, but I know I have gone through a process where it's like, okay, how can I monetize off of things, but where do I start? How can, if I'm modeling, I know a lot of people may say, okay, if you're modeling makeup, do something for makeup, do a lip gloss line, do a hairline, do different things. But in that, there's also has to be a passion behind it for
hmm
me. I feel like if I'm gonna give my all to something, like if I love lip gloss, then I'm definitely gonna have a lip gloss line.
yeah.
But it has to be some type of passion. But how do people learn and figure out how to monetize off of certain things that they do, depending on what they're doing?
Right. I mean, this is if you look at every model, if you look at a model, right? So
Mm-hmm.
their face and their body is what sells, obviously, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what do you have to do to sell your body? Well, you need to be fit. So maybe your monetization comes from doing a workout video in
Mm-hmm.
fly ass clothes, maybe doing it in heels. So now you got people going, yo, like that model, she works out in heels, she be lifting 120 pounds and squatting like you know what I mean? Like now you got people to come to your page, so
Mm-hmm.
now you can go to Lululemon and say, hey, listen, I need to wear your sweats. Pay me to wear the sweats on my page. I got 10, 20,000 people follow me and watching my video when I'm working
Mm-hmm.
out. I work out in my heels, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? You just monetize off of your business, which is your body and your face.
Mm-hmm. But for everybody, disclaimer: he is not saying go out there, put up some heels, go to the gym, and try and lift some weights so you can hurt yourself.
That's what I'm not saying.
Take your time. If you know you only can lift 10 right now, do 10 in them heels.
Right,
Then keep on going up. But don't be out here.
right. But you know what I
On
mean?
both
But that makes sense because you're still staying within your wheelhouse. Models have to work out to make sure their body's always tight.
sides.
And if you're beautiful and you have a great body, people are gonna more likely to watch you work out than
Mm-hmm.
somebody else, than an actual like gym body, muscles, whatever, because they're aspiring to be a model. So if you're a
Mm-hmm.
model who's making it, I want my body to look like hers. She has the
Yep.
perfect runway body. How does she get that body? They'll eat like you, they'll work out like you, they'll do all of those things because that's what people are trying to become. You
Yes.
could how to get the best runway walk. You can do segments on runway walks from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, how a signature walk became a thing, and then show
Mm-hmm.
your signature walk. Then go back and do a contest. Show me your signature walk for a free pair of Manolo Blahniks. Now you got people on your page left and right.
That's true. That's true. So he's talking about monetizing, y'all. So if somebody's in film,
Mm-hmm.
how I know I've seen a lot of people do like different skits where it's like a lot of people have been doing a lot of comedy type of skits, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
is is how if someone's into film and everything in TV, how is that possible for them to monetize?
So I've learned through the process of reality TV what it's
Mm-hmm.
like how to monetize certain things. And I find that when people take your basic reality TV show, if
Mm-hmm.
if they can pay 10, 50, $150,000 for each person on the show per episode, how
Mm-hmm.
much are they really making to pay those kind of salaries, right?
Yes.
And where does that money come from? Well, that money comes from product placement, commercial dollars.
Mm.
So why should I give up the product placement and commercial dollars to somebody else when I can create my own shit, keep the product placement and commercial dollars?
Yes.
It's that simple. That simple. And what I like to do is I like to take black and brown businesses, right? And
Mm-hmm.
put them on TV. I offered, anybody want to do a commercial on my show? Few people said yes, and they actually did them, like a chef, two rappers, and a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, we pulled a 3.4 in Philadelphia and a 4.8 rating in Atlanta. Like, all those people saw these things happen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
good for their business. We don't advertise enough, and it wasn't like a lot of money. But think about Super Bowl Sunday. Commercials go for $1 million. So how much do you
Mm-hmm.
think they're paying their talent?
Exactly. Wow.
It's in commercial dollars.
Wow. A commercial go for $1 million?
For Super Bowl, yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
we gotta figure out this advertising.
yeah,
We gotta figure out this advertising and marketing and all that.
yeah.
Get
We
that down.
um we have a new program that we're doing with another client of mine called EJ, and basically it takes someone. Um, let's use you for an example, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want people to join your show every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So you make a video. Hey, this is Catrice. Make sure you guys show up on my live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We talk fashion, we talk models, we talk hair, makeup, beauty, we talk everything, right? 30-second commercial, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like hair flip, little kisses, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, something people would love. We then send that video to my client. They
Mm-hmm.
give you a QR code, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take that QR code, and the same way you made your poster with me on it, you do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with your next guest. But
Mm-hmm.
when they put their cell phone up over that poster, your
Mm-hmm.
video pops up. Hey guys, make sure you join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m., blah, 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 blah. So now you're getting the commercial that you did on the flyer that you made. So now
Wow.
it's interactive. It's the easiest thing ever. People just, it doesn't cost you anything.
Mm-hmm.
If they're watching it on their computer, they just hold their phone up to the computer. Now, if you want more people to see it, you print that out and you put them on the phone poles up and down the neighborhood. Now, everyone in your neighborhood knows that on Tuesday at 7 p.m., you got a damn show. So you pay for the service and for printing. That's simple.
Mm. I know that's, I'm happy this live is safe.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
mean,
all good information.
yeah.
And I feel like so many people don't know how to do it or where to start, but that is a huge nugget. So as far as that your clients,
Mm-hmm.
when will that be available? When will they
It's
have that?
available. I'm literally looking for people who want to take advantage of it now. I mean, anywhere from $150 to $5,000. It can range from there. There's price points that can go with just like an image, right? And so even if you don't put a video in there, you could put a photo inside of the actual poster that you create, and that image will pop up, and then it'll say, "Join my fan club," "Join this," or
Mhm.
enter whatever. So then you put the person has to put their name, their email, phone number in there. And then at the end of the month, everybody who put their name and stuff there, you get that data back. So now you have a
Mhm.
database with emails and phone numbers that you can target. And so now you have their contact information. So if you're having a special guest or an event when things start to open back up, now you can email say, "Thanks for joining, Model Talks.
Mhm.
COVID has been lifted. We're having a party. You are invited, complimentary for you and a guest because they signed up early on." Do you know what I mean? And now you
Mhm.
invite them to your party. You have a database to send it out to. And these are people that you would have not necessarily known. Um, and literally, if you want the highest level of that service, you can
Mhm.
get it where you get the video. There's a
Mhm.
link when it pops up to your Instagram, YouTube, all your
Mm-hmm.
things, all they gotta do
Mm-hmm.
is touch it, and it takes you right to that page. If they go to your Instagram or your Facebook or Twitter, it takes
Mm-hmm.
you right to the page where you have to follow. So then now they're following you in real time. It makes so much sense. And then you can come right back out of that. And if you have an event where you're selling a ticket, it'll open up right to that ticket page where they can buy right there on the spot. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just, and then at the end of the month, you can still collect all the data. And if you want to then send them a thank you message from the data collected, they can send it to them via the email. Or if you got their phone number, it will text them. You know, during the campaign, it's like, hey, this is Robin. Make sure you vote for
Uh-huh.
Joe Biden.
Uh-huh.
It's That's what happens. They get all that data and they send a message. Hey, this is Catrice. Thanks for subscribing to my such and such and such and such. Have a great day. Here's 10% off my newest book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a call to action. It makes sense.
And what is it called again?
I ain't telling y'all. Y'all gotta hire me now. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Because
Yeah.
that's Shelly Shell. If you are listening, if you are watching, that's something for you, boo.
Yeah. No, it's great. It is Black owned too.
Mm.
You know, they literally use the app to collect data for the campaign, and they got one of the city officials elected by going, you know, canvassing door to door,
Mm.
asking questions, but they weren't really like pushing for them to vote for their particular person. They were
Mm-hmm.
collecting data. Did you vote in the last election? Who are you most likely to vote for? Democrat, Republican? You know, not even household income. They were asked questions like, um, "Do you know what generational wealth is?
Mm-hmm.
Does your family have a will? Do you know where the house, if you were to pass away, who the
Yeah.
house goes to?" Those kind of questions. So now, when it came to the campaign, the flyers in that neighborhood is, "You don't have a will. Sign up here to get your will done." Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh, she's gonna help us with our will." So when it came down to the election, they knew exactly who to vote for. In their
Mm-hmm.
mind, they didn't know her before, but they knew exactly who to vote for because the ads that were coming to their neighborhood and to their house was based upon the questions asked and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And they got all the data. Once you have people's data, they give it to you freely.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your client?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk. We can talk off
Yeah, we
camera.
gotta talk about yeah.
Because I'm
Oh yeah.
in the process of trying to get everything done of what I want my next year to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So, and since this is where I'm at, I need to monetize.
Yeah, I mean, there's a program that I can do with you that's really, really good. So we have a partnership with Daily Motion, which is the second largest media platform in the world behind YouTube, where you can take Model Speaks and Model Talk, and you can make it a show on Daily Motion, right?
Mm,
And so the way you monetize is you create your website, right? And
mhm,
then you put the Daily Motion player on your website. And so when people see the link, they watch it from your website, but it also comes as a hit on the Daily Motion backend, which,
mm,
like YouTube, you get paid for the amount of views you have, but you get paid
mhm.
more when it comes through your website. So you now just monetized twice as faster, twice as much.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. And those partnerships are hard to come by because you have to have legit content. It needs to be formatted, you know what I mean? Formatted a certain
Mhm,
way, like a beginning, hey, welcome to my show. My next
mhm.
guest is like all those, you need to have that format.
Gotta
You know
get
what I mean? Yep.
in order.
Yep.
Trust me,
Just like
I'm like,
it's just like putting a show together. I mean, you don't do commercial breaks, you do product placement within it, because you can't really have those things. But the way you monetize is they'll put a commercial for a car company before your video starts. You get a
mhm,
percentage of that pre-roll
mhm,
commercial.
mm, mm.
Hmm.
See, my mind just went like, oh.
Yep. Yeah, but we do so much here at the agency. It's just like people don't take advantage of it. And like, you don't have to come to me with like a huge budget. Come with me with something and we can figure out what we can do. And like I said, I'm good with working month to month. I'm good with one-offs. I'm good with whatever the case may be. But I definitely know how to get your stuff out there.
Yes,
That's just the easiest thing ever.
And let me run down exactly the services that you have for
Mm-hmm.
in-house of talent PA. And it's not just in PA. I think you said, I saw
I'm
another review where
anywhere.
you
I'm
got a
everywhere.
couple different locations.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have media and press, social media,
Mm-hmm.
media placement, media buying, crisis management, web design, events, influencers, and video production.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, there's also PR marketing. If I didn't say media buying, talent representation, brand representation, graphic design. We already said as far as web design and development too, and assist and create client events. We did the crisis. We did set up client appearances for events and radio TV. Now that's
Mm.
something that's huge.
That's huge. So
Mm-hmm.
we represented over the years some celebrities, some big names, athletes, TV personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we do is say a club wants to have them come to the club. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well that's going to be $5,000 for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be a bottle. There needs to be security. There needs to be all these things. We're coming in. We'll get on the microphone at what time? Okay, we'll get on the microphone at 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we take our pictures or not, and then we roll
Mm-hmm.
out. We need a deposit up front, and we need
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the cash in hand when she walks through the door.
Walks through the door.
Hmm.
All right now.
Yeah,
Not-
because if you don't get a deposit, then it's like you're not getting paid your money at all. And then when we get there and you're like, oh, we gotta wait to the end, that means you don't have the money, so we're not coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
it's non-refundable. Because if you have to wait to the end, which means you gotta wait for people to come into the damn building to
Mm-hmm.
pay for the rest of this shit, no, I'm not having it.
Okay,
And
so you
then
brought your business.
yeah, because at the end of the day, if my client doesn't get paid, I get fired.
Yeah, and you don't got
So
time for that.
no, I don't, not at all. And
You
then
like that?
most of the time, I will have the cash. Like I will go to the bank and have the cash in my pocket so that the client can actually finish the job, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll get the money if they're gonna give it at the end of the night. But I make sure
Mm-hmm.
we walk out with our money, and the client doesn't know that the money came out of the business account to pay them. Do you know what I mean? So that
Mm-hmm.
we don't look bad any way around. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, most of the time, people actually hold up to their contract and stuff like that. But there have been times where we had to front and cover things
Mm-hmm.
until the end of the night. Like, all right, you can go back home now, go back to your hotel, and we stay, we
Mm-hmm.
get that money at the end of the night. And I mean, stand there at the door every time something comes through
Yeah.
until we get to, until we get to our number. Thank you, thank you,
I know
thank
that's
you,
right.
thank you. Oh, God is good. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're good. Thank you. Have a great night, and we roll out. But we make sure we get that money when people are coming through.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
You're the type of person that people need.
Yeah,
But
just they gotta just really want it because that can be very demanding.
mhm.
Just people, you just gotta really want it.
But that's also trusting that okay, that's where trust comes in too.
Hmm.
Because say if I'm a client, but I'm like, you know what, I trust him. So that's gonna tell me right there. But it has to be a trust. If it ain't no trust,
Right.
but I know okay, he's only gonna focus on like when it comes to my career, he needs to make money, so he gonna make sure
Hmm.
I make money.
Yeah, I won't
So
sign a contract. I will not sign a contract with anybody if I cannot get them the media coverage. I won't.
mm,
I mean, a lot of
mm,
PR agencies get away with doing that because
mm,
there's events and all the other stuff, and that will bring coverage later on. But like, if I first sign a contract with you, I'm signing a contract knowing that you're at least gonna get a local article. You're gonna get into a blog. You'll do
mm,
something. You'll do something like this where there will be followers. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna
mm.
sign a contract with anybody if I can't get them coverage.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that because some people be like, okay, I don't care. I'm just going, if I'm getting paid or whatever the case may be, who cares? And they'll just take on a client, even though they really can't do much for them. That's like with an
Yeah.
agency. They know that they may not be able to do much for you, but I just
They'll
need as
take
many
you in.
miles as possible. I'll
Right.
take you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe in that. There's something about that really that bothers me because it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you're in this business, it has to be the relationships. You have to give me a story or give me something so that I can,
Can work with.
can work with. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, because I don't want to hold you any longer, even though we could keep on going.
Yeah.
But it is time to let people know exactly where they can find you.
Sure.
And yeah, all that good
Okay.
stuff.
So my social media is streamlined all the way across. It's at House of Talent PA. So that's Instagram, Twitter, what's that? TikTok, all that. Just straight House
You
of
got
Talent
TikTok
PA.
too?
I do. I'm not good at that. I just started TikTok like 2 weeks ago. Um, I'm not really good at that. I mean, I really should. I could be really good at that because I can dance and stuff too. So it's like I might be able to do it, but I'm too old for that shit. Um, I got it so that I can watch other people's videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, that's how people website House of Talent PA, Facebook Antoine Johnson. I think it's a new
Okay.
photo with my dog in the beard. And
Okay.
someone mentioned they can give me some beard oil. I'm down for it because I have really good beard oil product. Like I use good shit. That's how my beard grew so fast. Um, and I wash and condition this mug, and I flat iron it too. I want to get this cornrowed because I really could. Look at that.
I can't with you.
No, look, I can cornrow. I can get this cornrowed.
You know what? I have seen people do some
Ow,
cornrows,
that hurts.
and you never know. I can't with you.
Yeah, I'm not corn. I'm gonna try to cornrow my beard and see what that looks like.
Mm-mm-mm.
I won't do it. I'll
But
have someone
yes,
else
I
do it.
want to thank you so much for
Thanks for
coming
having me.
on When Models Talk and sharing all your experiences and all your knowledge. That's just some. That ain't even all your knowledge.
Yeah.
But sharing it, and I truly appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you. If you, like I said, off camera, we could talk about helping out and all those stuff.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you for staying with us for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm here for it.
You
We're
have
in a
a blessed and
pandemic.
wonderful night.
All right, you as well.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Antoine Johnson and myself, Catrice Bailey, on When Models Talk. Stay blessed.